Hello, this is Nitya and Komal. As students of Business Analytics, we are showing you this presentation to provide an insight into domestic violence for Victoria, Australia. Here are the references to the data sets that we have used for the analysis. We begin by analyzing the trend of domestic violence in Victoria from year 2010 to year 2014. The first graph here shows the overall trend. It is increasing from 2010 to 2014. A closer look shows the trend. There's a rapid increase in the trend from 2011 to 2012. A search into the historical reports of financial news says the Australian economy has slowed down from 2011 to 2013. So this could have had an impact on domestic violence. Also, the second graph here shows the trend by gender, and it is apparent that female population are affected more than the male population. It is interesting to note that the trend of female population mirrors the trend of the overall incidents reported. The storyboard here analyzes the data by age and also number of incidents reported by gender. So in this graph, it is clear that people who are in the age group between 20 and 45 are affected the most by domestic violence. And over here, the trend is actually increasing for people over 60 years. This graph here shows the number of children present during the incident occurred. So it is very clear there is a significant amount of children being exposed to domestic violence, which is bad for the society. Moving on to the next analysis by data by local government area. This is a word tag which actually highlights those local government areas which has high rate of domestic violence incidents reported. So the graph here, the chart here shows the number of incidents recorded by the region. Victoria is divided into 4 regions: Eastern, Northwest Metro, Southern Metro and Western regions, which are in turn divided into divisions, and each division has the local government areas. Let's see the highest one in the Southern Metro region, SD3. Let's see what LGAs are in this zone. So if we say KC, Greater Dandenong, these two have significant amount of domestic violence being reported. Again, if we get into the Northwest Metro region and drill down, we can see the Whittlesea area has the highest amount of domestic violence incidents being reported. So some places have higher occurrences of domestic violence incidents. So maybe there's a region-specific factor contributing to the problem. Analyzing the data of gambling, we found that there are a number of regions which are number of local government areas which have reported high levels of domestic violence incidents, are also ranked in the top 20 places of LGA, which are ranked by the net electronic gaming machine expenditure per adult. Like for example, Casey, Hume, Whittlesea, Greater Dandenong, Ballarat, Devon. All these places are also here. Melbourne, Whittlesea, Hume, Greater Dandenong, Mornington Peninsula, etc. Let's see the trend. Now the pink line here shows the trend for number of family incidents reported, and the blue line here shows the trend for the net electronic gaming machine expenditure per adult. So the pattern shows there are some similarities here in this region and here in this region, and there are some kind of differences here. And also, let's see the Greater Dandenong part. People in Greater Dandenong spend more on EGM average, and in Greater Geelong, Brimbank, and Casey, if you see, the neighboring region has more gaming machines as well. So this kind of suggests that domestic violence is also influenced by gambling. Next, we will analyze the number of venues that are present in a particular local government area. So here we see Greater Geelong, Mornington Peninsula, Ballarat, Brimbank. All these are rated highest in the number of gaming machine venues. Like Greater Geelong has 26 venues, Mornington Peninsula has 17 venues. Let's look for Casey, which has the highest level of domestic violence in Victoria. It has 13 venues. Now, we will also analyze this data by the size of the region using a map. We use the ASRI GeoMap service. Zooming in. We can see Casey. To zoom in further. These blue pins are the venues. Like Casey here, for a smaller area, it has 13 venues, whereas Yarra Ranges for this big area has only 9 venues. Similarly, Latrobe has 13 venues for a smaller area. Then there's Baysdale, Kingston, which has 16 venues, and Greater Geelong has 26 venues, Mornington Peninsula 17 venues. All these areas have also reported high levels of domestic violence incidents occurring, and we can see there's a strong relationship between the number of venues, gaming machine venues or the gambling venues that are in that particular region. We can drill down further to see what is in the, let's go into a satellite map, and then we can drill down to see what is around these venues. Are there any other factors that attribute or that attract people to these gaming venues? So this way we can do further analysis, and there's more scope for research. And with this, we'd like to conclude saying that gambling is a causatory factor for domestic violence. Thank you.